Before this video starts, make sure to subscribe to this channel and also turn on all notifications. That way you get notified whenever I upload. What do you...
What?
What do you think it's going to tell us?
I'm hoping some good news. But there's only so much you can find in the Old Kingdom.
Sorry, Kan'o messaged me or sent me a missive.
Oh, okay. I was like, what happened?
I was just letting him know that, like, I have time to talk now and that you're with me, so... And, like, if we can meet somewhere, like, I don't know where he wants to meet. I don't know what to do. Everything has been stressful. Anthony, I don't like this.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. Everything has been stressful so far.
What's so stressful?
I don't want to pick if someone dies. I don't want to do that.
Oh, the task.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Everything's been so stressful, and then you guys fucking...
Oh, wait. Do you have to tell Kan'o about it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I see. Do not choose Kan'o, or I'll beat you up.
I'm not going to... You really have the trigger-happy fingers for zombies, don't you?
No, it's just their noises. They bother me.
Let's see here.
They're really loud.
Oh, hello there.
I see you through the door.
Yes, I see you through the door as well.
Can
I come through the door?
Yeah, I
Wonderful. I don't know that door.
I mistyped in the missive. I'm so sorry. I meant somewhere.
That is more than fine. I was like, meet someone. Are you trying to set me up? Are you doing what I did to someone else and to be like fang behind a door and be like, hey, I'm here to talk with you about some fun times? And I'll be like, no, it's not time or place for that. So I was quite confused.
Yeah, no, I misspoke in the missive. I'm sorry. I meant somewhere, not someone.
No worries. That's quite all right. I suppose first of all, I just want to let you both know. Well, Anthony, you were there because I was there with you. I did manage to catch the tail end of the stuff that happened at the ball. So I know that something happened. But otherwise, it was not really that much else that experienced. But I had that happen, and then yeah, I had some time to prepare my report and get everything ready and assembled to do what was needed.
Okay. So there's so much that I need to catch you up on. I just don't know where to start.
That's fine. Do you want to catch me up on things first, or would you like me to catch you up on all the things that I learned in going to the Old Kingdom?
You know what, let's just start with something lighthearted. Let's start with your stuff first.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't know how terribly lighthearted it's going to be, but there's quite a lot of things that I was able to learn. As you can see with this book, I've acquired many things. I did... it was just a bit of a scavenger hunt, honestly, inside of the Elven Kingdom. The castle's still quite in ruins. There's a lot of just miscellaneous everything everywhere. But in the 3 days that I was there, I was able to, I looked through documents that I could find, anything that remained. I talked to a lot of, people who still were in the kingdom and gathered a few different documents and evidences from them, some personal testimonies and things. But
is that your dad? Is that your dad?
Oh, yes. So I amazingly found a fully intact diary of my father's
oh my God.
from when he was advisor. There's a lot of things I could tell you about. I want to go through all of it at some point. I mean, I plan to give a full report today, but I also don't know if you're willing to sit through it all before you tell me what you seem to be wanting to tell me. But I can go through things. But anyways, so first things first. I was able to find some information about possibly information about your mother, Amara, in the kingdom. I found some newspaper clippings basically, I saw some things that said, rumors are bound about an illegitimate child born to Liu Kane. Chancellor Kan'o has dismissed these as rumors as baseless. No witnesses have come forth. Liu Kane spotted with a common woman known as Amara. Not much known about her. Tried to get an interview with her, but was refused at the door. Room smelled of belladonna and smoke. And then also one clipping that said Royal Knights found evidence of dark magic used in the village outskirts, but it was quickly subdued. Raiders prowled the area and removed evidence of who did the deeds. So it's nothing very specific. There are a few notes about things that are mentioned in various clippings from newspapers I was able to find, but I think your mother did quite a good job of scrubbing her traces from most people, and with most documentation in the kingdom being
You're like a
burnt out.
detective.
Well, I have learned how to do analysis and research, and so I had 3 days. I looked as closely as I could to find as much as I could, and took care of business that way.
So they did find traces of dark magic, though they just don't know if it came from her directly.
Precisely. Well, these were from various different clippings, so they're not necessarily related. I just put them together in this way because they seemed like they could have been related, but I don't know where your mother lived. I just found those pieces about her, but they weren't related to the dark magic that was involved. Though there was that clue about her house smelling like belladonna, and which is usually a very potent magical ingredient. So I don't know if that's related or not, or if she just has a taste in perfume.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, I guess it's like it's a start. I mean, we could try to start putting the pieces together and stuff like that. But I mean, it's a start. I appreciate you finding this for me.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, I knew it was very important to you, so I wanted to figure out what I could. The next thing, which actually might be important of use, especially with regards to what we saw at the wedding, which I know I won't ask about again. I know what that was, but just leave it there. But I did find some information about Charlotte and Umiko's curse. I wrote myself a little journal. I talked with a few different citizens who had heard of the curse, but they didn't have any personal testimony to give. One of them claimed her mother had received a similar curse, but also claimed that the curse disappeared when the family sacrificed 50 sheep, and then all symptoms vanished. So I don't know if it was like some curse that was set by that, or if it was something else. And then there's another person who claimed that they heard of the witch who'd made the curse, and that she was living in the nearby forests, close to the Elven Kingdom and the Old Elven Kingdom, but that she had turned over a new leaf and was making pastries. Sort of strange thing, but that was really all I could find. So if she exists, she might still live near the Old Kingdom, but I was not able to find substantial evidence of people having a similar curse to Umiko and Charlotte within our old borders.
Okay, so that's good news. I mean, at least they have some sort of information about that.
Right. No, it's people were aware of it is the thing. It wasn't a story. Like, I went up to people and said, "Hey, have you heard about the curse?" And they're like, "Oh, you mean the curse about the blah 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 blah?" And they immediately sort of knew what I was talking about, but they didn't have any substantial evidence of anything. So that was it seemed like one of those more like gossip kind of things going on. But again, we obviously have reason to believe it could be true. So I was able to find out quite a lot about that, but just everyone else didn't really seem to know much. I found some old documents, specifically because I was angry at Ziff one day and wanted to prove to him that democracy failed in the Elven Kingdom, and I found a report from some old historian that said, democracy was henceforth banned from the Elven Kingdom after the kingdom experienced an incident where no one could get along with one another. No one could make choices regarding law and morality. It was not until a leader rose from among the people to rally them together under one banner that the elves were truly united. While some claim democracy could have saved the elves from the rule of Princess Heather, whose legitimacy is still called into question to this very day, those who remain from that time assure us that in the present, that to put our trust in one person with potentially selfish intentions is far better than entrusting our hopes, dreams, and livelihoods to an optimistic yet whimsical proletariat. So, it's not that important, but I thought it'd be quite nice to be able to show him and say, democracy sucks, get over it. We have a monarchical society for a reason.
Yeah. I have some comments about Ziff, but I'll get into those later. I don't know if he'll be open to that information, but at least we have proof that it didn't work.
Precisely. I found something odd about Countess Artie. I had to retranscribe it because the book that I found was very tattered and old. But it was a record kept by the captain of the guards from an era before Rosine, like much before her.
Oh.
There was a time apparently when her family, there had been another family in power in the Elven Kingdom, but this note that I read identified her and said Artie was found alone on the steps in the palace as a little girl. The princess couldn't bear to see her all alone, so she brought her inside. One of my lieutenant, it cancels by assuming attendants, gave her enough to continue on. However, the king himself believed she might serve the kingdom well and let her stay in the palace to be adopted by the royal family. She is to be treated as one of their own, which I thought was quite interesting. So that explains why she's here in the first place, in the kingdom at all. Apparently she was found here and adopted into the palace, which is then why she was here to take care of you and Melody, Maholia, during her childhood.
Oh.
Yes, so I thought that was interesting. I found a letter to Prince Solstice. But it was sort of odd. It was a random one. It just said, the feast was absolutely spectacular. I really didn't think elven wine was this exceptional, but the topping to end the night was most certainly the execution. Oh, what a fun evening. The mood was somber, but I couldn't have asked for a better welcome. A missive from an emissary to Prince Solstice.
An execution?
Yeah, apparently there's some sort of execution. It also, I forgot to write this down in this missive. There was a note specifically about a certain Rylon Griffins, and they had the same last name as Theo, which I thought was quite interesting. I'll need to remember to put that back into the notations there, but that was something that I thought was quite odd. It seems like this execution was of that person, so I don't know if Theo knows of this man in some way, or if they're related. But I thought that was really unusual to be mentioned in a letter to Prince Solstice at some point in the past. And then the final piece of information that I have, which I would be happy to read the whole thing out to you, but it is 42 pages long.
Oh no.
It's my father's diary. There's some really interesting entries. If I had the foresight, I would have made copies so that we could all read it at the same time, but I don't have any extra books and quills on me at the moment. So I could suppose get them all so we could then read them together if you would like, but then it feels weird making a copy of my father's diary for everyone to read. So actually, no, here, you take this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read the one that's in my head, and we'll go through it together, because I want you to be able to see it too. And I'll do something special here on my, for my voices in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show them something in particular.
Yeah.
Hold on a moment, please, if you don't mind, because I did not think ahead that far. Let's go here.
Yeah, just let me know whatever entry you are gonna go on.
Yes. Okay. Right. I have started. I'm starting with the front end of it, so it should just say the 22nd day of the first month, the 12th year of the Golden Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where it starts? Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So this is how this goes. So, I was talking with Princess Rosine the other day when her ever-ambitious brother Prince Solstice came into the room and begged her to send me away before I could finish debriefing her on the settlement we'd just made with the Mermaid Kingdom. I don't take kindly to being forced to leave mid-conversation, so despite him, I listened into their conversation. There is nothing that, as Rosine's advisor, I cannot be trusted with. My bond is with her and to this kingdom. The reason I write this is because despite having known her for so long, apparently the two of them have been hiding the fact that they are twins from the rest of the kingdom. The audacity of it all has me flabbergasted. How did the parents not take action? I certainly don't wish ill of them, but the curse they've brought onto this kingdom is only inevitable. So far, there is nothing indicating anything has gone wrong, but I know that tensions with the other kingdoms have been high, hence the mermaid settlement. If anything, I'm more upset that Rosine didn't believe I could be trusted with this information. Perhaps I would have recommended that Solstice be assassinated before any further cursed developments could come about. But that's neither here nor there. I plan to talk with her this evening at dinner, once the other royals have left. And then there's an update after that says, I spoke with Rosine. She tried to deny my claims at first, but I know when she's lying. She has asked me to keep this a secret for fear of their lives. I've told them that I'm willing to keep the secret from everyone, even my sister Alzora, as long as my son Faladin can be the chosen advisor for her upcoming heir-to-be. Rosine has agreed to this proposal. While I'm not a fan of blackmail, nor would I ever jeopardize Rosine's place as ruler, I know an opportunity when I see it. This was made I think it was the same year as Mahalia and Melody's birth. So you would have been at the castle at this time.
Right. So I am. I'm 1,005. They're 1,002, I believe.
Yes, and I am 1,004.
So would we
Quickly.
both be? We both would have been
We both been alive at the time of this diary
around.
entry.
Okay.
Which I thought was quite interesting. But this was the evidence that we'd thought about looking for regarding whether anyone knew they were twins, and it seems pretty obvious that my father was aware of the fact they were twins and kept it as a secret, but he used it as leverage to get me to become advisor for Mahalia, which I'm a bit disgruntled about. The next entry is on the 25th day of the 3rd month of the 12th year of the Golden Rose, so just a few months after. But starts, Princess Rosine's labor went without a hitch, fortunately. I've not been privy to much more than that. The doctors have asked everyone to keep away for her own privacy. Many people tried to get access to her chambers for an interview. I remained at guard to field anyone and send them on their way. The castle was all abuzz today. I'm surprised that Chef Torin can keep himself calm with all the excitement. Frankly, I'm excited too. We finally have an acceptable heir to the throne. After Liu Kane's blunder, I was worried that our kingdom would be set up for embarrassment, but I always knew Rosine would come through.
Oh, nice to know that I'm seen as a blunder. Thank you.
This is my father. This is apparently how he saw things. So I'm sorry about that. Anyways, so it says, but I always knew Rosine would come through. She says her daughter seems healthy. Her name is Mahalia. I'm looking forward to meeting her in a few days once the princess has had the opportunity to rest for a while. In the meantime, I'm to regulate things in the kingdom and ensure that no mischief is managed in her temporary maternity absence. Rosine seems a bit preoccupied right now, but I'm sure once things settle, I'll be able to talk with her about the future and what's to come for our kingdom. I'm already preparing Faladin to become Maholia's future advisor. It'll be a long and arduous training, but I'm looking forward to this new opportunity to spend time with him. Alzora's been taking care of him until Rosine is better equipped to handle matters. Our kingdom is of the utmost priority. The days seem full of joy. May they always be like this. So that entry I thought was highly interesting, predominantly because it only mentions Mahalia. There's no mention of Melody in the diary at all.
So that means that he wasn't there when they were delivered, so he didn't know about the second baby. So he didn't know about Melody.
No, I don't believe so. And I mean, from what we'll read and what I saw, I didn't see any other indications that he would have been aware of that information. So I wonder if, because of how he reacted when he found out that there were twins, that Solstice and Rosine were twins, I wonder if she kept that secret from him because she was worried that he would use it as leverage to do something else in the kingdom. So I thought that was quite interesting. Alright, the third entry is on the 13th day of the 8th month of the 14th year of the Golden Rose. This one seems to take place before the End expedition. Says our scouts have located the mystical portal that was described by the villagers far to the east. Princess Rosine seems keen on exploring this new area, but the necessary materials to open the portal must come from the Nether. She's already arranged the necessary trades, but I don't particularly like how close we've become with the Nether in the last few decades. Some of their warriors crave bloodshed. They make our people uneasy. I'm happy to keep them as allies simply for the sake of avoiding war, and at least the Netherian princess has been cordial. I'm not trusting enough of them to put Rosine's life into their hands for this expedition that she is planning, though. But this is one of the few things that Rosine believes is necessary to ensure our kingdom's safety, and I can't help but agree with her. So my feelings toward the Netherians are moot. Rosine's asked her sister Heather to run the kingdom in her absence, so I'll be advising her until the expedition to the End returns. There's still some time before the expedition sets out. Time feels slow these days, especially now that Faladin is able to walk and babble now. It'll be quite a few years before his mind reaches maturity, but I must ensure he remembers his place. Alzora thinks I'm being hard on him. This is the life of an advisor. My father was like this, so I'm confident that I must take a similar approach to make sure the Kan'o lineage does not deviate from success. This one I thought was just interesting because it relates to the End Expedition, what they saw very clearly happened, and then the next entry is post expedition, like right after it was sent out. I'm not sure if you're there still at the moment, Annabelle.
I'm here. I'm more so just I'm there. I was just thinking.
Oh, yes.
No, I was just I don't know. I don't know what you could have done for him to be that harsh on you when you were babbling. You just started to walk.
I think he just had a very particular way he wanted things to be done. And so, as a kid, as children, especially as elven children, were even more immature than most. And so I think he just simply thought that he wanted to make sure I'd be perfect, or the perfect advisor, which explains why I have so much training in so many different things that no other advisor seemed to have. But I obviously can't change anything about that past now. That's just how things are. And I wouldn't trade the fact that I'm your advisor for anything now. Right, the next entry starts on the second day of the third month of the first year of the Dark Lily, known to most as the Year of the Black Heart. That was the title given to Princess Heather. Heather has changed everything. I have no words. The work that was so well crafted by my own two hands, as well as Princess Rosine's, has been torn asunder without so much as a consideration for the elves' future. Many of our people have left the kingdom altogether, claiming that Heather is an illegitimate ruler. They had rather us wait longer until Rosine returns from the end, but it has been far too many months for me to comfortably say that she is all right. Heather has subverted the council at every turn. It's almost as if she's planning for a time like this under all of our noses, and her henchmen lurk around like ravens waiting for prey to make itself known. I'm committed to this kingdom and to its throne, so I remain for as long as my role is required, but I do worry about how the children will grow up in the midst of all this. Mahalia has no mother at present, nor this Anthony. Countess Artemis has been asked to watch over them by Heather, and I trust she will do an exceptional job of it with her level of training. I was tempted to go into the mystical portal myself to try and find Rosine, but none of the scouts we've sent in there after the expedition have returned. In fact, the portal itself seems to have closed up, and the passageway we took to enter has been sealed off from within by some greater magical power. Our people are deeply concerned. I can only hope and pray that Rosine will return and fix this. So, that sort of seems to explain the process of how power was given to Heather, and what my father's interpretation of things was. Sort of puts things together. It doesn't have much extra facts. But then there's this other entry. This one is probably not of as much importance to you. It's about my aunt, Alzora, who is Ira's mother. So this entry is all about her. It's something I want to share with her at some point. But in summary, the main piece of it is that under Princess Heather, Waystone travel was carefully regulated. That Alzora moved to the Winter Kingdom because of this, so that's why Ira's family was there in the first place, because they moved there. And that it sounds like my father was very interested in being part of the rebellion that was to happen against Princess Heather. And that he was very actively involved. And he wanted to get things set up to be able to make it so that he wanted to set it up so everything would be fine, and then if something were to happen to him, then I would be set to be Maholi's advisor, and then he would be able to go and live with his sister in the Winter Kingdom. The last entry is probably my personal favorite. It's also the longest. But I thought this is actually a lighter note, I feel, to end things off on. Let me know when you're there. It starts with the second day of the 7th month of the 995th year of the Black Heart.
Oh my god, that's such a long time. I'm sorry.
What the heck?
That's how
No.
long Princess Heather was in power.
I know.
She
It's
was there
just
for so long.
It's just seeing it in writing is just like so different than like what. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
No, the history of our people is so it's something that we've lived through, obviously, but to see it expressed like this is very odd. We've not been very good at keeping any records here as we've moved into the Summer Castle. But alright, anyways, let me just read through this one. It says, I've made the arrangements. Faladin is to take a trip with Maholia to look at the villages on the outskirts of the kingdom to see if they are in any need. It took quite a bit of convincing to get Heather to allow them to take this trip, but Faladin's incessant questioning made it all the easier for her to send them away. I've chosen to send them somewhere I know Maholia's mother loved. It has a small beach and is filled with a variety of both elves and humans. I think it will prove to be quite a romantic getaway. Faladin
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. But this is what he wrote. He said, Faladin doesn't know I know, but I've heard his whispers in the late night reciting poetry. He has feelings for Maholia, but he refuses to give them any time of day. I fear I might have been too strict with him when it comes to his romances. Alzor would have had a few choice words for me were she still around to talk to. I miss writing letters to her. Anyway, I hope this trip can serve two purposes. That Faladin can finally get an opportunity to vent his feelings out to Maholia, and allow her to make her according reaction, so they can finally move past this and figure out what their relationship looks like moving forward. And that the children can all be away from the kingdom, while the people complete their plans. Anthony is staying with Countess Artemis at our summer castle for a short time. I've even asked one of the knights, I believe his name is Craig, a knight in training, to bring Annabelle out of the castle for a few days in the surrounding town. He's not aware of her identity, as we don't want the common folk to know of her illegitimacy. Despite how hard I've been on her, even I couldn't wish for the amount of destruction that is to come to be on her and her father. As soon as Faladin and Maholia are far enough away, I will send the word to the rebels and they will storm the castle. There will be no records of my involvement outside this diary, but when the castle is burned, I expect these memories will be too. I only plan to save the letters I have with my sister Alzora. Any history of times before the Golden Rule's heir will need to be kept by the people of this kingdom, whose heart has unfortunately fled long before now. Any other records are of no importance to me, and will only serve as a reminder of the dark blemish that Heather was for our kingdom. May the Golden Rose return to us one day, and until then, I hope the Blue Butterfly can be a beacon of hope for our people in the many generations to come.
Aww.
I'm your dad.
Aww.
He died of old age. It was normal. But I didn't know he knew about my feelings for Maholia. I'm actually really surprised because usually this sort of thing would be something he would have told me off for. So I don't know if it just was his older age and he thought it might be good for me to find someone, but what I thought was interesting about it, and what relates to you both, is the fact that that day when the castle was stormed and Princess Heather was overthrown, he sent us all out so we wouldn't have to witness what happened that day. So I'm really grateful to him for that, at the very least. Even if some of the things he said and the things that he mentioned are things I disagree with. Especially those words that he said about you, Annabelle. I'm really mad that he didn't see that potential in you, and that he stunted you when very clearly you have risen above so much adversity. You were always meant to be the princess of this kingdom.
You're gonna make me cry.
No.
It's true, you were. You were the firstborn. And you should have been that princess long before.
Why are you making me cry right now? I don't like this.
Your father sounded like a very smart man.
He's a little too smart for his own good, if you ask me.
Very judgmental, but at least it seemed like he cared.
Yeah.
It's
In
all I
his
would
own
ever
way.
ask.
So, anyways, that's my report of my findings from the Old Kingdom. It's quite a lot of things that I found, but I was there for 3 days, and that diary was a gold mine.
Yeah, that was that was a lot of information, but it's good that we know it. I also agree with your father in some ways. You should have been more upfront.
What? I know.
But
I should have been.
we can't change that now, but it's something to keep in mind for the future.
Yes.
Do you want this book about Amara back or no?
I can hold on to it if you'd like. I'm planning to put it into our library.
Okay.
So, unless you want to keep it more private, then we certainly can. But the diary I'm planning to keep for myself, but it'll be openly accessible to you if you'd like.
We should have a private library in the vault.
I mean, we could, but we have our own private library inside the castle that pretty much is only accessible to us anyway.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
I thought everyone had access.
People have... I've noticed that there are books missing from there, so people have taken things out of that.
Oh.
So there are books missing from our library. So maybe I can include, maybe when we do renovations to the castle and to the vault, I can include a secret library where all of our important documentation is kept.
I think that'd be a very good idea.
Yes. But all of that information is good. It's great.
Yes. Sorry, I knew there's a lot, but I had to prepare it and get it ready. I figured now was a good time.
Yeah. I appreciate you going back and seeing what you could find. I'm sure that Yumiko and Charlotte are gonna, be happy that you found something for them. I think everybody is just gonna be happy that you found at least something. But yeah, moving forward with the conversation. Sorry.
Fine.
Okay. You want the bad news first or the happy news first?
I am always a fan of bad news first because then the good news can sandwich it, personally. So
Someone has to die.
Stop saying things out loud. We don't have the correct context. Oh my god, Anthony, please.
What happened? Is there someone who else is wronged us again? We need to go and murder them or pretend to murder them?
No. So part of the final task is that we all had to go and meet the Lord Keeper in the end library. So we Kaya?
Hi. Sorry, am I interrupting?
No, you're okay.
No,
Kaya was here was there with me. She accompanied me to the meeting yesterday with the Lord Keeper, so we actually heard them speak, and I'm saying them because they referred to themselves as a we. So they are an omnipotent deity who I'm guessing is multiple people wrapped up in one. I don't know. That's just they used we, so I'm going off of that.
Okay.
And they gave us our task. We have until Friday to complete it. Our task is that we have to pick someone from our kingdom, bring them to the end library, and then the Lord Keeper will take their soul. The task is to bring them a living soul. That's what they want.
What?
I don't know. And they say if we don't... They said if we don't choose someone, that they will choose for us. And it's minus not 100 points. And plus 100 points if we give them someone. An extra 50 if they're a royal. Negative 25 if they're a criminal.
Oh. Wow.
So either way, someone is going to die if we don't choose.
How did it come to this? What does the Lord Keeper think they can do this to us?
I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. Kan'o, and this is the part where I said, well, I have a couple choice words for Zif, because Zif was there. He was accompanying not even his own princess. He was accompanying Rain there.
Oh.
And I don't know why. But he was saying, oh, a human life is a human life, blah blah blah. And I was just trying to give context to saying that it's an omnipotent being. Like, obviously, us elves view life a little bit differently because we live it for so long. We live until 6,000.
Right.
So, to the lore keeper, a human life may not mean as much because they live for forever. I'm not saying that it's not evil or it's not wrong or anything like that. It's just they may have a different set of morals than we do, of what they think is correct or not correct. But either
Right.
way, someone is gonna die. And I don't know what to do other than to make our people aware of it.
That's a very huge weight to have. I do think it's a good idea to let people know. So regardless of what decision you make, then they have at least awareness of that.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make people aware so I can be like, offer yourself as tribute, but like, it's just,
but
I don't want them to know that they could I want them to know that someone could possibly die if I don't make a decision. And the Lord Keeper said that it may not be it is, if they get to choose, then it may be someone close to us. We won't like the choice that they make for us. So at this point, it's, do I want one of you to die? Or Melody? Or do I want someone outside of this castle to die?
There's a lot of perspectives to be had about that sort of thing. And I would encourage you that it is good indeed that we tell the people. I have a strong feeling that many of them will try to sway your decision, one way or another. Not maliciously, I feel, but probably the other end, which in some ways is harder to deal with. Because none of them ever want to see you have to suffer through a decision process like that.
Right. I just don't know what to do. I don't know why they've taken it to this extent. The tasks have been getting worse and worse and worse, and now it just seems that they have hit a boiling point, and
Yes.
there's nothing that we can do about it.
Oh. I mean, it's hard. I can't even tell you what I would do in your shoes. From my standpoint, I feel like on one hand, you have the morally gray, even it's not even morally good, the idea of leaving it to random choice, because at that point it's the idea that you don't know who you don't know who it's going to be until it happens, and you might regret that choice. But at the same time, to also very willfully choose someone to have be killed, then you're making a very active choice to engage in that. Either way, you're held responsible, and that's very unfair to you. And yeah, is that for all the royals as well?
It's for every single one of us. So every single royal has to bring them somebody to offer up, or offer up ourselves, or something along those lines. And so as someone from every single kingdom is going to die, essentially.
I was just kidding the other day when I offered myself.
Okay, yeah, no, you're
I
not allowed
wasn't.
to do that. You're not allowed to do that. I'm not allowing either of you to die.
That's why I
Then
said
who
I was just
else is-
kidding.
Who else is
What do you mean who else is?
Who else is gonna offer up their life?
I don't know, but I don't want it to be any of you.
But I'm just saying, if nobody else does, you don't really have a choice, do you?
Well, I don't want...
She wasn't trying to get people to volunteer.
Yeah, I don't want
No,
people to volunteer, but I don't want people to... I'm trying to not say the bad words right now.
Okay. Anyway,
That's fair.
Bleep, 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 bleep.
Doesn't help anything.
did you tell him yet?
No.
Tell me what. Before we've discussed things just now, is there more?
Maybe.
Maybe just a little bit.
Am I missing
Okay.
something?
Do you want to move to a different location so at least it feels like he's gone to a different scene? In
Yeah.
this grand
sure.
tapestry of moments we're going through today. My report's over, so it might be better if we go somewhere else other than here.
Should we go in a group?
I mean, I don't really care if people know. It's not... It's more so pertaining to myself more than anything.
Is it good or bad news?
It's good. As good as it could possibly be after that.
Oh, you don't... I
Well,
mean,
I
I'd
have
hope
bad
so. You
news.
just...
As well to share. Ba, ba, ba.
Oh.
Saying that like it's a bad thing.
Karma proposed.
Oh! That's wonderful news.
It is.
You sound hesitant.
No, it is. It's good. It's good news. It's just it's wrapped up with everything else, and it was very impulsive and spontaneous, and I just haven't digested it yet with everything that's going on, and there's even more. And I just I need you to follow me, okay?
Right. I can.
Are we all going with?
If you want. So don't be mad at me or Anthony or Kaya or Morgan. We did something without telling you.
Okay, it wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, you were planning this.
Hi. Okay, now.
Melody? Oh my goodness, Melody!
I'm back. Are you okay?
I don't. Sorry,
I've seen
I
Kan'o cry.
can't believe you're out.
I'm sorry to catch you off guard like this.
No, don't be sorry for something like that. I'm gonna say that I don't want to let you ever go again.
Thank you for taking care of everyone.
Well, of course. It was. I would never do anything different. I'm sorry. I'm a bit at a loss for words. I'm so glad to see that you're okay, and not frozen anymore. And are you okay? How did this happen? This wasn't made against your will, was it? I know you made a
No.
choice. And...
I didn't want to. In fact, I didn't feel I had much of a choice. I was really close to declaring war on the mermaids after Coral had summoned us that day,
Mm.
but I had already just made a deal with Lorelia, and that would have been 2 kingdoms going to war against, and I didn't think I wasn't going to start a war that I couldn't finish. I honestly thought I'd be in there a bit longer. Lorelia really didn't tell me how to get myself out. I mean, it's not like I would have been able to help myself.
No.
So I didn't know what was possible. Didn't even know it was possible.
So then, how did you get out? What was it? The Lord Keeper? Did they do this as a show of their power before announcing that we need to kill someone?
No.
It was Morgan.
What did she do?
She
Is she okay? Is she alive?
she's alive, yes. She used the only immortal magic that we have.
She gave up Syrax?
Yes.
Wow.
And it seems like it came at a cost.
What extra cost could there be?
Well, Syrax broke upon impact.
I would have assumed as much.
So she is no longer in possession of it.
I see. I'm sure that must be difficult for her, but for her to, I'm sure she knew what she was getting into, and her making that decision is not your fault.
I know that.
Good.
There's another thing that I should probably tell you all. And, well, I said this to Annabelle already, but I don't plan on taking the throne. In fact, for now, I'm going to be living in the Nether for a little bit.
Oh.
Oh.
I assumed something like that would happen.
So I'll be nearby. Obviously, I can freely go in and out. And obviously, I'm still an heir. If Annabelle is unable to rule, I will come back.
Okay. I'm just glad you're okay.
I'm glad you are too. I was worried when you weren't there. But they said that you had gone to the Old Kingdom, so you weren't around.
Yeah, I've been taking care of a few things. I even just filled Annabelle and Anthony on things I found. I, with the princess's permission, could potentially fill you in on some things that would have maybe pertained to you or would have been surrounding you. But that can be saved for a later time. There's no urgency around that.
Okay.
I wish I had more words to say.
It's okay.
I do give permission, by the way, if you wanted to know. Tell her anything and everything.
Thank you. Well, I'm really glad that you wanted to see me again after everything.
Of course.
Your words meant a lot to me in the journal you wrote. And I will continue to keep that promise.
Thank you. And we have other problems coming soon.
We've been told. But we're gonna figure them out, right? We have no choice but to do so.
Yep. So, I would like to tell the people as soon as possible. So we'll probably, whenever we're ready, we can send out a missive to the people stating to meet in front
Yes.
of the castle. Then we'll tell them what is going on with the task.
Right?
But that's only whenever you're ready. If you two wish to speak further in private or anything, then you can.
Oh. Sorry. For a moment I was like, we'll have all the time to talk, and I realized that might not be the case. So, yes, I would appreciate a bit of time, just in case.
Yeah, of course. We'll go and wait down by the mailboxes or somewhere in that area, and then you two can talk over here.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Follow me. Do not go invisible and spy on them.
I'm not in that mood.
Always assume.
We'd see you anyway.
There's a thing called a group.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Should we make one?
Yes, definitely. Especially after hearing that.
Yeah, that does sound quite suspicious.
It's only to you, not to Melody and Kan'o.
Okay, well, I don't care.
I only needed to see the drama between you and Karma.
Yeah,
The
We should-
drama.
probably make a group until they're ready as well.
I feel like Melody's like kind of traumatized that she doesn't have much affection anywhere as she used to.
I mean, it's understandable if that were the case, but she's been through a lot.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know.
She just seems like she's changed.
I mean, probably you can't go through the stuff that she's gone through and not change.
I know. I just wish things didn't happen that way.
I wish things would have played out a lot differently than they. I wish a lot
Me
of
too.
things, honestly. I wish we didn't abide by specific things other people forced us into. I wish we would have stood up for ourselves in some way, in some situation. Because this can't keep happening to us. The elves can't. We can't keep we can't. Even in the book that Kan'o read to us, that his father wrote, it's like still, even then, like the elves just let people trample on them and do whatever. Like,
Are we the weak origin
Kingdom.
no,
kingdom?
we shouldn't be.
Maybe when you're princess, we can change.
What is this
that.
book you mentioned that you said Kan'o read to?
Kan'o gave us a report on his findings. from the Old Kingdom. So he read us a journal that his father wrote and all that type of stuff. But also there was some stuff that he found about you and about your dad and Theo.
Really?
Yes.
Did he say
He didn't
anything?
say anything specific. I think he was more so just wanting to have that conversation with Theo. Because I don't know if it's a positive.
Okay.
But whenever he has that conversation with Theo, then you just jump on in on it because it also relates to you. So.
Huh. I can only see my shadow.
I can see mine.
Interesting. Oh, can you see mine?
No.
Exactly. We can't see each other's shadow.
Okay, well, whatever. Hello.
Hello.
Have a good chat.
We did. Thank you for allowing us that time.
Well, I
It
mean,
was...
I don't want it to seem like I allowed it to you. It's just, I feel like it
Well,
was
no, but
important.
it was, and I'm glad we had that time to catch up and just... I wanted to clear up a few things. And by clear up, I just mean... I wanted to talk with her, frankly, about some things. And so I'm thankful that I had that chance.
Okay.
Apologies for keeping you all waiting, but I'm more than ready now.
Okay.
I forgot she didn't want to be seen.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't want to be seen publicly yet.
Yes.
Okay. Someone has to... Do you want me to make the announcement, or do you want to do it, or...
I can if you'd like.
I can do it. I can do
Go
it.
for it. You know, that's fine. Honestly, if me saying I can do it makes you realize, no, you want to do it, then all the better.
I feel like I make you do a lot of things. Okay.
Yes, but it's also my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. I have mail? Oh, yes. Oh, I got more mail than I thought I did. Oh, I've got an invitation. I have an invitation to the crowning of the Elven Princess. Oh my goodness.
You got invited to
that? Yes, I have. The 16th day of the 8th month.
Damn.
7... Actually, that time's wrong, isn't it? It's 6:30 EST.
Yeah, no,
I
I forgot to change it before I actually did. Yeah.
Unfortunate. Oh, yes. Also, so it's sad. You guys won't see this, but those who are voices in my head are currently getting a preview of the magnolias that I found to bring to the special coronation, because I forgot to take it off before coming on. So
I see.
so they get to see them now. See, look at that. Those are the magnolias. Everyone else behind in front of me is probably thinking, well, Kane is so crazy. He's staring at lilacs, but no. There's
Question mark.
Magic.
What?
Magic. The same magic that's used to make Anthony think that rice is ice cream.
Yeah.
It's okay, I'm lying. It really is ice cream, don't worry.
When can I get more to feed my addiction?
More ice cream. I can make it for you. Actually, I think I may still even have some in a cardboard box somewhere because I kept it. This is the box of books. It's in one of mine, I believe, though, because I had extra. Is it this one? No, that's my payments and things. Is this one? Aha! Yes, I've got 4. Here you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You
Sorry.
guys want some?
No, I
continue to
don't
give you
want
more.
it.
Okay, so yes, I got that. I got this. What's this book? Oh, it's... Oh, wow. This book is nearly as big as my father's diary entries that I
Yeah,
collected.
yeah,
I'm
it's
impressed.
Yeah, it's a recap. Cola wrote it. It's a recap of the Seraph Ball.
Same. I'll have to read that later and see if it's fun. And since I wasn't actually there for this one, I can maybe learn something from it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't fun.
Oh.
It was rather stressful, so...
Let's see. And Marina's having a thing?
Marina is having a baby shower, yes.
Baby shower? Oh, because she's announcing it publicly then. Okay. To know.
Yeah.
Well, that's lovely. You're gonna have fun. Baby showers are very fun.
Yeah, I'll be there.
That's good. Hopefully I can be there. I have to confirm with my dogs that I play D&D with. It is quite rude. They are.
Oh, I see them.
Are they all marching together
I
as
think
one unit?
so.
They're probably all chatting together.
Probably. This is only 2!
I'm just waiting for Charlotte.
We're short on citizens.
That's fair.
They're just all doing things, that's all.
I'm sorry, I was busy cooking.
It's quite alright.
Cooking? Cloaking?
Cooking.
Oh.
Man, I
Is Charlotte coming?
She should be. I think she might be getting taken by the fog. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, the
Oh.
fog. Of course.
I can go check if she's by the port.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be a list of the things that when you become coronated, that's what we do. You get rid of the fog. How's that?
Listen, I don't know if we
Ban
can.
the
I don't
fog.
know if I can control the fog. Okay.
People think that the lore keeper's the one really in charge of everything, but no, it's the fog.
Why are there
Fog outnumbers the lore keeper.
there were pillagers on
They're
Elven?
pillagers, actually.
Really?
Pillagers.
Where?
That's what it says.
Where?
Where? I think near them.
Probably.
How do you know?
They said it in the chat. They
Oh.
said it. Oh my god.
Hang on, let
What
me.
if Anthony goes and Kai does not go?
Yeah, I know.
I
right?
don't know where it. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
There she goes.
Hello.
Hello, Charlotte.
I think the other two are dealing with pillagers.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. There we go.
Oh,
Thank
oh.
you.
There it is.
Two
Yeah, they're
people
pillagers.
just appear in my face.
You
Right.
told us
You're
to
welcome.
come.
There's an L in you. Shit.
I'll live.
Okay.
It was in the job description. I was gonna get arrows.
Okay.
That is very interesting.
Yeah, if you should talk about it more later, we can. I don't really have much more to spare other than that, but I figured it'd be good to know. I'll have information for the two of you as well, but I'll let
Okay.
Annabelle do what she wants to first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know if you guys have heard about our final task as of yet. So I hate this. We all met with the Lord Keeper. All the princesses. That's Kaya. Kaya was with me. I don't know who's listen. But so they were the Lord Keeper told us that we have until Friday to choose somebody to bring to them so they could collect a living soul. And it has to be a person from each of our kingdoms. And if we do not choose, then they will choose for us. So either way, it sounds like somebody might die within our kingdom, and there's not much we can do about it. And they gave specific guidelines. I don't know if you want to hear those specific guidelines, as they may not matter, but that is what our task is for this week. And it's the last one. And I'm not telling you this to expect you to offer up your lives. I'm just letting you know the possibility of what could happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of already found out about that whole thing. So,
Mm-hmm.
as I had to deal with something with the mermaids the other day, so.
Yeah, I believe the mermaids have already made their choice. So I know who they're picking. Anthony told me
Hey.
Of
shush.
course you did.
It's alright, he's married to one.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going invisible when literally everyone here can
We
see.
can see you.
It changes nothing in this particular setting of people.
So, I don't know who other kingdoms are picking though.
Mhm.
I'm not sure about the Serifs. I'm not sure about the Winters. The Netherians, don't know anything about them.
Mhm.
They're keeping their conversations very hush-hush about this. But, yeah. That's just what I wanted to let you all know, so that way, if something happened, then
Mhm.
I just feel so bad because it all just comes down to me having to make a decision, and it's a decision on who to kill.
Mm.
And if I don't make a decision, the Lore Keeper will pick that for us. And we may not like who they pick. So I don't want to make this decision, and I don't want you guys to feel like you need to volunteer as tribute or anything like that. I just wanted to make you aware.
Mhm. Very understandable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll be having more discussions about this further just within the castle, so if you guys have any other questions or anything that you're wondering
Mhm.
about, you can ask, and I can try and see if I can give you an answer.
No, not any question. Sorry.
I mean, it's not
Yeah.
happy news.
Yeah. Honestly, don't really like the whole. Since it started, I've never liked it, so. Personally.
Well, the Lore Keeper kind of has us in... Sorry.
All good.
The Lore Keeper kind of has us in, like, a bad situation. Because at first, the tasks were harmless. They were kind of funny. Some included pranks, some were to, you know, build a greenhouse, build a train station.
That was not fun, but yeah.
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 Like, that was the worst. I hated that one.
So it's like, they were harmless at first. But now they got
Wow,
worse
the
and worse
clouds
and
really
worse.
just set the scene.
Listen, it knows.
Somewhere Umiko is crying. That's all I'm saying.
I guess I'll have to go check on her later.
Yeah, but no, they were harmless at first. We thought nothing of them. They were fun. It was like a fun little competition that we could have with each other with the...
Mm.
But now it's just, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun at first, and then recently it's just been.
What if
Seems evil.
I noticed the point? So, whatever happens if it's a tie? I realize the elves and mermaids are quite almost tied. So, what will happen?
Well, so if we pick someone, then it's worth 100 points. It's an extra 50 if it's someone of a royal blood or of royal status within our kingdom. And then it's negative 25 if it's someone who's a criminal.
The mermaids might be winning.
Yeah. So and then if I don't choose anybody, it's negative 100. So either way, there won't be a tie. Someone will have a definitive winner. And the mermaids will most likely, even if I do choose someone, which I don't want to do, the mermaids will most likely pull ahead because I'm not willing to risk a royal life. And they are.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know who?
I don't think that was something to share.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you who. It's just
I wonder who everyone hates in the Mermaid Kingdom right now.
There's like more
Uh.
like 2 choices, I think. Well, 3
That's
actually.
okay. Honestly, I have no idea, nor do I wish to know.
Yeah.
I don't envy their spot, just like I don't envy ours.
no. So it's on me whether I choose or whether I don't choose.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wish to be mad with me or angry with me with whatever I decided with whatever happens, then I understand that.
Yeah. I don't really blame you. We didn't know about this going in. I heard from the end ship this is one of the things you guys found from Craig before he passed. So
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
we can't really stop it now. And this, you said this is the final task, so we won't need to play this game anymore after this.
After this,
Let's hope.
Yeah.
after this, it should stop. But knowing the Lore Keeper and the trend of patterns that they've been showing, I'm not sure. They seem to rather think this is more of a game than anything else. And this is just my opinion and what I think, but because we're elves, at least this is how I view it, we view life in a very different way because we live for so long. And the Lore Keeper is immortal. So they obviously may view human or mortal life very differently. They may not see it as something to value, but as something to play with. I don't know if that, to us, that makes them evil. To them, they may have a different set of morale than we do. But either way, we see this as malicious, we see this as immoral, and we view this as nothing like a game. So
It seems more of like a trap than anything.
I'm not gonna,
Game just to lose.
I'm not gonna disagree with you there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what else to tell you all. Because no matter what, this is my responsibility and I'm the one who's gonna have to pick. Or not pick. And then if I don't pick, it could be any of us. It could be me.
Did you say what the deadline was? When I don't remember. Sorry.
Friday?
Oh.
Day of your
Friday.
coronation?
Directly after my coronation.
Oh, so they want to plan like an after party then?
Oh yes, exactly.
That's not concerning.
Yeah.
No, it's very concerning. We should be concerned.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So I'm not stopping my coronation for whatever funny plans or not funny plans, whatever the Lore Keeper has in store. I'm going through with the coronation on Friday. I'm not gonna let them stop that. I'm not putting my plans on a halt for them.
Understandable.
So we'll make it as good as a day as we can. But that's all I wanted to tell you. I don't know if I can add anything more to this.
Yeah, thank you for telling us.
Of course, I didn't want to keep you guys in the dark. Because everyone's lives at risk. It's not just my own. If it was just my own, then then I probably would have already made a decision. But
If you see any other elves around, be sure to share the info.
yeah, any other elves that we have no connection to whatsoever, who are complete strangers to us, that would be great.
Sure, we could try to find. I know there's 2 night elves, so.
Oh yeah, and they also said, the humans, no,
The human. Oh.
Oh, the village, like the people in the
Aw.
village.
no, we can't do that. They will be mad at us if we do that. Then we will lose automatically, and they'll still pick for us. So,
Oh.
Jesus.
mm-hmm.
I think
guess
that's
no
fair.
loopholes. No loopholes.
The
Anything.
humans didn't ask to be part of this whole thing, so why involve them?
I mean, yes, but it is something that they did mention. They don't really like to, you know.
Outsmarted.
Yeah, basically.
Artie has something she wants to say.
Okay.
I'm pregnant,
Oh.
Oh.
so I don't want to. So I shouldn't be picked because of that.
I wasn't planning on picking you in the first place.
Okay.
I wasn't planning on, honestly, I don't want to do this. I don't want to pick anybody. I don't want to, like, I'm not even saying, like, oh, hey, guys, who wants to be sacrificed to the omnipotent being? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not doing that. So it's just...
Congratulations.
Yay! Congratulations, baby!
But I do think Annabelle's right. I think all of us have some value, and no matter what happens, I trust her to make a decision.
Of course.
It's not ideal either way.
If there's nothing else I could possibly say to even make you guys feel better about this situation. So we'll try to figure something out. But I don't think there's getting ourselves out of this one.
I trust your judgment, and it's hard for all y'all. I understand, so I won't blame you for anything you make, any decisions you make now.
Thank you.
I do have some information for both Charlotte and Theo, if you'd like to receive it.
Sure.
It's some stuff I found in the Old Elven Kingdom I thought you might find interesting. I gave something to Countess before you both arrived here. If you wish to stay for this, you can, but you don't have to. I just need a lot to think about.
I want to stay for them.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
fine.
not concerning.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. So I went to the Old Kingdom, like I said, and I managed to find quite a lot of information. Some was useful, other bits were not terribly. I want these books back, but I'll start with you, Charlotte. I found this book here. It's nothing too specific, but I found some reports. I asked about the curse that I won't detail too much because I don't know how public it is in everything, but we were made aware of it by Marina.
By Marina?
Yes. Specifically because of what she's going through, and she wanted to let us know. But I found some pieces that relate to that, and at least from what I know, people seem to think of it almost like gossip. It's not... A lot of elves in the Old Kingdom are aware of it, but it doesn't seem like something they put a lot of weight in, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, I don't know. But I thought, if nothing else, that those testaments might be of interest to you. With regards to it.
Yeah, I can talk to Himiko about that when I get the chance to see her.
Indeed. As for the two of you, need to quickly adjust this letter because I realized there's a piece that I forgot to include in my transcription. But I found a letter. Well, like this is,
Oh.
I suppose, I found a letter to Prince Solstice, and the contents of it I thought were quite interesting. I would say you can have it, but I'd like you to read it out loud, if you don't mind, so we can all hear it.
Do you want to read it out loud?
If you want.
I'll let you
Or
read
if
it.
you. Oh, okay. Okay, the feast was absolutely spectacular. I really didn't think elven wine was this exceptional, but the topping to end the night was most certainly the execution. Oh, what a fun evening. The mood was somber, but I couldn't have asked for a better welcome. The man in question, rattling griffins? He seemed to be at peace after everything, a very entertaining night indeed.
This was a letter that was written to Prince Solstice that I found randomly amidst the wreckage, and it caught my eye because of the name Griffins. I don't know if this is someone that you're related to at all, Theo.
That's my father.
That's
Or
also
should I-
my father.
Or should I say our father?
Well, that certainly puts that into perspective. I don't know what the situation was around this execution. All I know is that it happened during the time when, Princess Rosine and Solstice were around, when your father was part of the Knights. I suppose, in this case, I don't know the rest of the circumstances, though, unfortunately.
I'll hand this back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. I know it certainly doesn't help with all the somber news you've already received, but
I mean, it kind of tags on with the note that he sent us.
Yeah.
if any of you have need of anything, please don't hesitate to ask. I know we're going through a lot right now.
Do you need anything?
I know. I'll be fine. Kind of the last time I saw him was when he dropped me off at my grandfather's. And he didn't say anything after that. I know he was a very busy person. Especially after my mother died. So... And then also my sister, my other sister, died. So... I mean, hey, I guess you could say I'm not alone. If you think of it.
But I would hope not.
But yeah, that'll definitely be something to process about for a little bit. That and also becoming another dad to another kid, so... Which...
Am I an aunt?
Yes!
That did not click.
Technically, you're an aunt of 5.
5?
What?
5.
Excuse you.
Marina and Ira adopted 3 kids, and then
Yes.
I and Marina adopted Sylph.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of children.
But this one's gonna be blood related, as we know that elves are. It's very rare, so.
Indeed.
How do
But
you be an
yes.
aunt?
God damn it.
Be cool. Let them be rebellious.
How? What?
Be
You said?
rebellious.
Be
Don't-
rebellious? I feel like I do
don't.
that enough.
Don't let them be rebellious.
That's his job.
Hmm.
Not mine.
I already have to deal with self enough.
Just be yourself, Kaya. You'll know what to do.
Mm. I mean, hey, I'm practically gonna be a babysitter for other people, so.
That's true.
Mhm. Yeah, look away.
You saying that to Anthony?
Yep.
No comment.
Of course.
If you do the thing where you drop your kids off at my house, I'm gonna cry.
Stop with the. Okay, I'm
Stop
taking him
throwing
somewhere
eggs.
else. Okay, you two can have this conversation by yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
I will also, I think, make my own parting. But if you need anything, please let us know. I'm making you a copy of his book real quick, and then I'll be with you.
Okay.
Assuming you want me to be there with you. If you don't, I'll leave you alone.
I mean, I don't know what to do.
We can tune in a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Would you please get off the balcony?
Okay.
Do not step forward. Go down the stairs.
How'd you know?
Because I know you. Genuinely, I would hate to see what your children are like if they are anything like that. Could you imagine a toddler just standing on that?
No.
Exactly. Anthony. Stop it.
I did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I was just walking. Am I not allowed to walk?
No, you're allowed to walk. Just not towards the
Okay.
balcony. Hello.
Hello. If it's private, I don't need to be here.
No, you're okay. I just...
We weren't talking about anything.
No, I was telling him not
Fair
to
enough.
jump off the balcony.
Oh, I see. Precisely. At least if you're gonna die, let us use you as a sacrifice to the lore keeper. Don't waste your life on that.
Oh my gosh.
No, thank you.
Believe me, I wanted so many times to crack some jokes to try and make light of the situation. I was like, no, I can't. This is not the right time. This is not the right time. Not that I feel that about it at all, but
I mean, no, but, you know, coping with humor.
Why did the lure keeper cross the road?
Why?
why?
To kill people.
That was not even a good joke. That was bad.
That was stupid.
It wasn't even a good punchline. It's like worse than a dad joke.
Oh no.
You're gonna be a dad soon, so you should be thinking of good dad jokes.
I think that was a pretty decent dad joke. It wasn't funny at all.
It's the
Do you have a
curse
book
hitting
of
him.
dad jokes?
No, why would
I
I
thought
have a
you
book
would.
of dad jokes? I'm not a father of actual regular children. I've got adopted ones that live amongst the humans, but they're not my children.
Oh yeah, by the way, is Kan'o your last name?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Did you
What's
not?
your...
It's
No.
fine. I don't really talk about it much, but my full name is Faladin Kan'o, and that's the name that I've always gone by.
Can I call you Paladin?
If you'd like, you're more than welcome to. But even my father went by Chancellor Kan'o, and I do the same, obviously. So it's an understandable misconception. So if you wish to call me that, you can. People sometimes still call me Kan'o or Chancellor Kan'o, but you can call me Faladin if you wish.
I'm calling you Kano.
That's fine.
Do we just leave it up to chance? Do we pick someone? Like, I feel like I have to have a plan, but I have no plan, and I don't want to choose someone to sacrifice.
I don't want to make your decision for you. I think this is something that unfortunately does need to rest on you. But if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't know who to pick either. And so if you choose to let it be random, I don't think anyone will fault you for it. But I also know that there are people in this kingdom who would be willing to make that sacrifice, so you wouldn't have to bear that burden.
Like who?
So-
Who would be willing to do that?
I don't know. But perhaps give some time for people to think about it. And someone may make themselves known to you closer to the time.
Just be like Coral and sacrifice yourself.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure the Therians would love that. I sacrificed myself, didn't tell Karma. Karma's now insolable. Karma now rages a war against the Elven Kingdom. You want that to happen? She has explosives.
That's
Yeah,
a big
I don't think
stretch.
it's an ideal scenario.
Listen, it's a possibility, and knowing Karma, it's a really good possibility that could happen if I do that, okay?
Okay.
But yeah, no. I will go think about what to do, I guess. I'll retire for the night. If any of you want to speak with me any further, then you can send me a missive and get back to you when I can.
That's more than fair. Well, thank you, Annabelle, for taking care of so many things tonight. You did well.
You're so good at your job already. Ow.
The fact that you both hate each other is what's more funny about that whole thing.
It's his armor!
Oh, I suppose that's fair. Yes.
Okay, I'm leaving. Goodbye.
All right. Good night, Annabelle.
Good night.
Good night. Marina.
What is happening?
I punched Anthony in the face.
Why?
He said something stupid.
What did he say?
Kan'o was saying, good job, you did a good job handling everything, these, and then Anthony was like, oh, you're so good at your job already, in a very sarcastic tone, so I punched him.
Well,
Punch. You're thinking about punching me.
No, apologies. It was the voices in my head.
Oh, the voices. I see.
the voices that like to come in at random times while I'm busy.
Oh, okay.
But
Interesting.
anyway,
I think that's rather concerning.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll say it not sarcastically. You are very good at your job.
Thank you, Kaya.
And are you going to retire? Is that why you came in?
Yes.
Okay. Very quick before you retire.
Mhm.
I know you keep saying no.
No,
But I'm just
no, 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 no,
I
no,
haven't
no,
even
no, no,
said
no,
anything yet.
no, 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 no.
I didn't even say anything yet.
No, you're not sacrificing yourself to the Lord Keeper. I'm not accepting that. No, no,
Why?
no, 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 no.
If you think about it, I'm the best option.
No, you're not. You're our only knight.
Yes, you are.
You're our only knight, Kaya.
You have Pink, you have Max.
When was the last time I saw them? When was the last time Pink
I
or
saw-
Avant was here?
I saw them recently.
Okay,
They're
you
fine. They're
saw
a
them
good night.
recently.
I gave them my old bow. Cause I have Melody's bow. But think Anthony has kids. You will have a wife soon and a kingdom. Melody has maybe a wife, I don't know, girlfriend. Theo has kids. Charlotte has her sister.
Okay, well if you're
And then
making
Artie's pregnant.
if you're making that excuse, then you have Theo and he's your brother.
I know,
and then
but
you have,
he has.
and then you have me, and then you have Anthony and Melody, and so many people who wouldn't want to see you die.
I know, but if by the chance you don't pick somebody and the Lord Keeper picks, if it's one of the royals, that's not good. I would rather it be me and it have less of an impact than it be you or Anthony or somebody else,
No.
where it will actually matter.
No. No. I don't want you. I don't. I hate this decision. I hate this situation that the Lord Keeper has put us in. No. Out of all people, you were one of the ones I'm not willing to give up. Okay? You've helped me through so much within my life.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I barely know you, Annabelle.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna be completely honest. You've been there for some of the worst moments of my life, and I don't want to see you go.
I wouldn't like to go either, but I don't want to leave some kid parentless or any woman widowed, you know.
At the end of the day, I'm the one who has to present the person to the Lord Keeper.
All I'm saying, if by Friday you find nobody, come find me.
Fine.
Good night.